Open my eyes, that I may behold wondrous things out of your law. Psalm 119. Hey, what's up? This is God Peddler. I'd like you to join me on a ride that explores our spiritual journeys. In the Gospel of John, chapter 6, tells us, "This is the bread which came down from heaven, not as your fathers ate the manna and are dead. He who eats this bread will live forever." At this point, many of his disciples turned away and deserted him. Then Jesus turned to the 12 and asked, "Are you also going to leave?" Simon Peter replied, "Lord, to whom would we go? You have the words that give eternal life. We believe and we know that you are the Holy One of God." Jesus claimed to be the Son of God, the Messiah, God in the flesh, the one who came to set men free. I think there's only 4 responses to those claims. You could either think that Jesus was a lunatic, or you could think he was a liar, or perhaps you could think he was a legend, and finally you could think that he is the Lord. Those people that think he was a lunatic, well, they would think he's just a deranged prophet out there, somebody waving his arms around on a street corner, claiming to be God or the Son of God. And I could understand why some people would think that didn't know better. Or I suppose you could think he was a liar, that Jesus and the disciples secretly were trying to set up a big conspiracy to gain control over the people, or to start a new religion, or whatever. And then the whole thing about him being God, being the Son of God, was just made up. Just taking advantage of people's gullibility and ignorance about the prophecies. And then some would say that it never really happened. It was just a legend. It's mythology, and that's all it is. This stuff about Jesus being the Lord, being God, it's just legend. There is no such thing. But then again, people that believe that likely don't even believe in God at all. And so I don't know if anyone will want to go there. And then finally, like the 12 and the early believers, you can decide the 4th choice, that he is Lord. In other words, take Jesus at his word, what he said, and believe him and follow him and trust in him. George Bush Sr. was attending the funeral of one of his contemporaries in Russia, the Soviet leader Leonid Brezhnev. And his widow was there, and she did an amazing thing. At the conclusion of the funeral ceremony, the soldiers were about to close the casket, and Mrs. Brezhnev did a very bold thing that really could be viewed as an act of civil disobedience in a godless government with a godless mindset and philosophy. She went up right before they closed the lid on the coffin. She reached her hand and made the sign of the cross on her husband's chest. I think it was her way of saying, there is a higher power, and may he have mercy on my husband. A very brave act indeed. Well, Jesus does have the words of eternal life. And according to the scriptures, he is the way, the truth, and the life. He truly is eternal bread. It is Jesus Christ that gives that eternal life that we all need. Put your trust in him and find that out for yourself. May you see the journey through to God himself. Come next time at godpeddler.com. I post every weekend and every midweek. God bless.